11.
Oh yes, sorry.
West. Oh, that's
Oh
it.
yes, that's the embassy.
Was that the clothing place?
It was the embassy ballroom and it was
Queens.
a pyjama factory. Pyjama factory.
Before that it was a furniture shop.
Right.
I'm trying to think of the name of it.
Was it dance
Was that
Alan's.
Taylor's?
Alan's.
Sorry.
Was it Taylor's or somebody?
Dance
who had
was it the
furniture
embassy?
shop?
Before the embassy, it
Excuse
was
me,
Alan's
excuse me.
furniture shop. Sorry.
You have to speak one at a time, otherwise it'll distort everybody. So can we just stick with Bob? You'll all get your chance to say.
Was that a furniture place before that?
Yes, Alan's.
It was, and then it went into disrepair. Is that right?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
The embassy took it over. I'm
Because I'm
speaking out
sure I
of
can
turn.
remember
Yes,
that
already.
place
Eh?
when I was a kid, and we used to go into Boulder Terrace, and it was in like disrepair. It was dropping to bits. I think it's that place. I'm not sure, man.
Okay.
That's the manager.
We all used to go down with there to play,
Right.
and Joe Carr caught us once, and he was going to tell my father that I'd been naughty. So we all had to come out, and then we went across to Albert Baldessari's for a cup of coffee or a Vimto, and he gave us all a lecture in there. All of us that was playing in there, but that's the only thing I can remember about that.
Okay. Thank you, George.
Was it the Burnham stores? Am I getting mixed up somewhere? here?
Yes.
Am I?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you not go to the Burnham stores?
Well, my knowledge of the Burnham stores, was that a shop or just an office?
I thought it was like a departmental store. In
Scott's.
Wheatley Hill, and I thought it was there.
Scott's.
Scott's. Scott's was next to that.
Next door.
That wasn't Scott's.
No, that's not.
Scott's was further on. I thought. Anyway, obviously I'm.
So your answer to you, do you know anything about this, George? No.
Right. That's about right. Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
Well, I was assuming it was the Burnham stores. I was trying to be clever, but obviously it's not because I'm not getting any.
No, well, as I say, the Burnham stores, Dorothy, was it an office? Like for a club company?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was. It wasn't a shop. As far as I know.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Moving on, Joan, what do you know about this?
That was the ballroom.
Yeah.
And I can remember going down there one Saturday afternoon when I was just about 5 and having a party dress on and doing some dancing in there because it was mainly for grown-ups. But I can remember one Saturday afternoon and inside was absolutely beautiful.
Excellent.
We all worked in there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. When I left school.
After you put the call in?
After I put the coal in, I'd come up to Boulders, teacher was outside and you're standing like a big shot, you think you are, and like no job, and he just happened to say to us, he wanted somebody across the road. Where's that, like, you know, clever dick. He went in and I went across and I got a job, and I hated it.
What were you doing?
General dog's body, basically, you know, oiling machines, laying up material for the pyjamas.
So it was the pyjama factory then?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And it was, that's Cosgrove's Jaguar, the boss.
It is,
Oh, right.
And they had next door as well, which was the old fruit shop.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had that as well because that's where they had a chute that came out of that top window and went into the, they had the railway people coming and they took most of the material stuff in boxes away. And next door to that was Jenny Carr's
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah.
Done.
And then you had, was it Atkinson's Butchers next door to that?
Butchers.
Yeah.
There was a fennel down the middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Passage one there, like on the little
Excellent.
pier.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Sheila. Did you dance the light fantastic there?
If I did,
Not
I can't
your turn.
remember. I don't think so.
Have you got any memories about this building?
No.
No. George?
I've got I think originally what my memory and my knowledge where I got passed down was purpose built like by in my dad's time, like about when he left school, like and they always called it the embassy, and then it became like a dance hall, and like and they used to get like good turns, and it was like people used to come to it and like you know, like dance, you know.
So when you say it was purpose built, do you think it was purpose
I think it was built
as a dance hall?
I do
Oh,
personally.
right.
Was it not? Why
When
that's
you
what
get to the old people, they'll tell you.
no, like my dad passed it down to me.
Well,
He could remember it being
I was
built.
there.
Why you wouldn't be there when my dad was building it?
No. I was there.
Oh, well, that's something to think about. Well, Dorothy, should we come to you now? Because that would follow on, wouldn't it?
Well, I'll tell you exactly. That was Alan's furniture shop in the war. I was around in the war.
The Second World War.
The Boer War. The Boer War. And that was Alan's furniture shop. And it closed. And a man and a woman bought it to make the embassy. And that was in, I would say, 1953.
Right.
And the embassy was the dance hall. And the lads all had the teddy boy coats on, right? And I would just be about 14 or 15 when that was made into a dance hall. And so we used to just look through the door at them dancing. Couldn't wait till I got to 16 to go in. And all the, as he said, all the big bands used to come.
yeah?
Joe Loss and
Really?
oh yes, they were all big bands used to come there. And the laughable part about it, it was full of young lads and lasses and dancing away, bopping. And then we used to go upstairs and have a cup of tea. There was no alcohol at all.
Yeah.
Upstairs you got a cup of tea, and that's where I met my husband.
Oh,
the embassy.
At the embassy. And next door, the 60-minute cleaners was set on fire, if you remember. And Grace Ashford was killed in that fire, in that there.
That was a Scotland.
Yes.
I was
And
outside.
after the embassy, then the pyjama factory took it over. When dance halls and that became a thing of the past, like everything, the pyjama factory took it over, but it was Alan's first. And actually it was the embassy dance hall when I was in the junior school, because we used to have our parties in it.
right, that's maybe what you can remember as well, John, going to a party there.
It wasn't a school
No,
party.
but it was a party.
It was
Yeah.
it was a party that I went to one Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Have you got anything, Betty?
No,
Right, Denise?
I can remember the shop next door, which she said was the fruit shop. It was either Nixon's or Newman's.
Oh, yes, that's
Newman's.
And I can remember going in there with my sister, Christine, with the shopping list. I can remember all the tins of biscuits on the floor, the big tins of biscuits. Dorothy, am I right?
Can you remember walking in?
Eh?
Can you remember walking in?
Yes,
Went
it
down
was
the
all,
stairs.
all wood,
Went
all
down,
wood floors.
Wooden floors.
Yes,
All
it
these
was.
tins of biscuits was open. We never thought anything about it then.
We didn't wear masks then, did we?
No, but everything seemed to be open. You used to go at the counter and get served, tick everything off the list, and come out and go to the next shop.
Eileen?
The only thing I can add to that, I can remember going and dancing, as Jones just said, when we were kids. And it must have been, they must have had something on for the kids on a Saturday afternoon.
Ah, right.
But when it became the factory, I mean, there was a lot of employment came out of there in the village.
Yes, it was.
Whately Hill and Thorney people who were employed there.
Female employment.
Yes, well, there was half a dozen men worked there, I think, but it was mostly female employment. And of course, like Newman's, I can remember Newman's, they had sawdust on the floor. And the 60-minute cleaners. My friend used to work there after the fire. But other than that, everybody said.
Excellent.
As a matter of interest,
Yeah.
did they move from the pyjama people? Did they move from there down to?
No.
No,
What do you
that
call
was
it?
the anorak factory.
That was the anorak.
Because I can't remember that.
Can I just say it?
Yeah.
When I worked there, all the floors were still in, the stage,
floor.
Was
everything
it?
was still
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Downstairs, but upstairs they say the floor upstairs was as good a dance floor as there was.
Yes, it was.
Because it had a lot of
Springs.
But when you worked in there, you know, there was rows of machinery.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was the full length because I went right down to where Gordon,
Yeah.
Aye.
Yes. The back was a
Aye.
long
and there was a canteen. It was a real.
production area.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there used to be a bus brought,
All right.
because they were from West Auckland, Bishop Auckland.
Uh-huh.
I think they were Jewish, I'm not sure.
Right.
Cosgrove.
Yeah.
Aye.
But I'm sure there's a bus came with girls in.
That's excellent.
Yeah, I think Terry worked there.
Terry Graney.
Terry
worked there.
Graney,
Yes, he
you married there.
Yeah.
Jimmy Douglas's
Aye.
daughter.
Aye,
He
yeah.
worked there.
Yeah.
And I think Terry Owen's wife worked there, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Aye.
She did. Aye.
Right, well that's our 10 minutes on that
Jim
one.
Newton did.
So we'll
Aye,
move on.
aye.
And
All
Dorothy,
in
you're
order.
first with this one.